Usually, the homily today is short, but we still need to say a few things in order to put the story of our salvation in perspective. Otherwise, we'll be wondering why God would allow Jesus to pass through the way of the cross and suffer injustice in the hands of people who were unjust. But at the same time, it is important that in the midst of this story of our salvation, Jesus carrying the cross and dying on the cross, we find God revealing Jesus' love for us in the mercy that he offers and in the forgiveness that he offers to all of us. And we find it clearly shown in the statements of Jesus, even while he was on the cross. Jesus is revealed to us as God's love. He pays that supreme sacrifice on the cross for love of humanity. According to Luke, Jesus entering Jerusalem to a joyous palm procession and the passion narrative are mutually related, even though the first part may sound exultant, joyful, while the second may sound humiliating and sorrowful. But nevertheless, we find Jesus in the midst of the swing of joy and sorrow, expressing God's love for us. Jesus enters Jerusalem on that joyful note as a messianic king, humble, peaceful, with a servant's attitude, riding on a colt. And that servant's attitude is what we find both in the first reading and in the second reading from Isaiah and Paul's letter to the Philippians. In the gospel, we find him as the God of love who shows mercy and forgiveness to people. He loves and forgives even his executioners when he said, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do." Luke's Gospel, chapter 23, verse 34. To the thief at his side, who asks Jesus to remember him in his kingdom, Jesus grants forgiveness and salvation. He says in Luke's Gospel, chapter 23, verse 43, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Above all, Jesus manifests his forgiveness and love in the supreme moment of his submission, when he cries out, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit."